This is Oilersnation Radio, your one-stop shop for everything Oilers. 1 hour of straight hockey talk with Bagged Milk, Tyler, Liam, Rick, and Dan starts now.
We're live. We're going. I get to sit by the sink this time. I'm not at the little kids table.
You're moving your way up.
Yeah, we're workshopping this space up here.
I felt like I didn't get to see you guys, and I didn't like it.
Yeah, and you and I were the only ones who had like an eye line on each other. Everyone else's. Or this gives us more of like a round table kind of vibe.
I don't
It's true.
care about the buttons as much if I can't see everybody. So we're going to put Reese on the buttons. We don't got hot and cold performance though today. It's Tuesday.
It's our first Tuesday episode.
First Tuesday episode.
Do we have the whiteboard game?
Ever.
My microphone, I think, is working today.
Reese, how we looking? Mike's good?
Nice.
All right.
Sure.
Keep those headphones
I don't
on,
want you
Reese.
here till 7 p.m. again tonight, Reese.
We're here till 7 p.m. on Friday? I dig it.
Just
Yeah,
figure it out.
He's a man. He's just trying to figure this out.
Aren't we all?
Part
I'm
of
not
life.
gonna lie.
Part of adulthood.
I would have left.
Just life.
I would have left way before. It's broke. Nothing I could do.
Have you tried unplugging it and plugging it back in? That's done. All right. Well, I guess I'm going
What
home.
am I supposed to do? Edit the audio?
Come on. Is there not a filter I can apply for a blank audio update? No? Okay.
You should have marked down. You should have just wrote down what Rick said. Get on the mic yourself and say it.
That's
and
fair.
then just plug that in.
Reese is Rick.
Yeah. I dig it.
I would like to hear Reese do a Rick. At some point, maybe we'll get that because now that Reese sitting in at the producer desk.
Yeah.
My advice.
Give him a couple shows to figure it out.
My advice for Reese was just cut Rick out.
That's fair.
Where he
A
doesn't
lot of people have been told that.
Where it doesn't seem like it's necessary, just cut him out. I don't know
He's
if
just
you
not
did
there.
it. Yeah.
Mm.
Sorry, Rick. Couldn't make it.
Actually, you know what?
Strong
It's fun
silent
for
type.
you listeners to have a little game where you have to listen real close. All right. It's predictions episode today, fellas. The Oilers season starts tomorrow against the Flams. We got a lot to talk about today. So first, I'm going to give a shout out to our friends at Oodle Noodle. It's Friday. You want something delicious? I'm going to tell you about it. Go on into Oodle Noodle. Get 2 green onion cakes, 5 spring rolls, 6 wontons for just $2 with the purchase of any signature or premium box available in store or at oodlenoodle.ca for takeout only. What are you guys laughing about over there?
TV went off.
Well,
Why do they keep making TVs that just turn off on you?
I don't know.
It is.
If
ON
I'm laying there
every day.
watching a movie and that stupid thing turns off because it's been 20 minutes, I'm going to lose my mind.
Show anyways. That's
Yeah, it's the
why
wrong
we're
show
off.
anyway. It
That's
doesn't
okay.
matter.
We're workshopping. It's first Tuesday of the year. Let's
Yeah.
get some predictions.
Hey,
This
you
is
know
still
what?
training camp.
Stop rushing us,
Yes.
Liam. We're having fun with.
I've got a whole bunch to get to before we can
putting the
get to
plane
season
together
predictions.
here.
Oh, I
Exercise.
thought that's what we're up to.
No.
Putting the plane together
No.
mid-flight.
The Tuesday episode, remember, fair listeners, will be a little bit different. We're going to have some games and shit for you, but today's predictions episode, but we do have some normal business to get to. For our friends at Oodle Noodle, delicious debate.
I got one.
Oh, I was going to have one.
Oh, okay. Mine's a fun one though.
Okay.
I'm sure yours is fun too, actually.
No, mine wasn't fun. Mine was not fun at all.
I
Go
just
for it.
want to get this out of the way because Rick came in and had something to say.
All right.
Delicious debate. Was popping champagne on ON Everyday a bad move?
No, it was not a bad move. I just think the champagne is meant for the championship. Then for like, and I literally think I thought about this on the drive here. I don't remember what popped in my head, but I would have come up with something else. Perhaps a fine scotch or something. Or like I did.
It was 11:15 in the morning.
That's fine.
Okay.
All right, whatever.
You look at those CEOs, they're not going to stop drinking scotch just because it's 11 in the morning.
What
They
did
probably
Winston Churchill do?
Probably drank scotch.
He had a fucking pint of champagne before breakfast.
However, I would have suggested caviar and nugs delivered from a bar.
Bar Trove?
Yeah.
That's
I've
not
never,
the budget. That's
I've
not
never
the
had
O&E budget.
caviar.
That's what I'm saying, though. Neither have I, but you got to
Well,
give it a go.
Not that you know of.
You've had, dude,
You've eaten fish before.
you had salmon this year. The next step after salmon is obviously caviar.
Clearly the next step, yes.
It's the baby salmon.
Everyone knows it's tuna,
You've had sushi.
salmon, caviar.
There's
Simple.
usually there's some
It really
on top of
is.
sushi there.
You know, you might consider mixing in a whitefish, maybe a cod in there, but no.
Afterwards.
Right to caviar.
Afterwards.
And then my other follow up, and then we can get to a real delicious debate.
Oh.
Does anyone want a glass of champagne?
Yeah, kind of.
I'll have some Dr. Pepper, actually, if you don't mind.
I'll have a glass of champagne. I didn't get any yesterday.
Dan, Rick, anything for
I'm
you?
drinking peach.
Right. Princess?
Well, I mean, if it's open,
Reese,
I'll have
would you like
some.
a pop?
Rick, let's have some champagne.
Yeah,
Yeah, if it's
Good.
open, I'll have some.
I mean, what are we doing here?
Reese.
So we got some fresh wine
Do we have
glasses
some juice for Reese?
Reese.
Well, I
The
wouldn't have
young
been
guy on the
thank you
show.
very much. I wouldn't have been allowed champagne if I was still at the kids' table. They would have been putting milk. I would have been getting milk in my wine glass.
Apple cider.
That's nice.
Look at that.
Little Tyler is being our host. Of course, he
Doctor.
is licensed to serve drinks.
I do
Yes.
feel like
Yeah, that doesn't expire for another year.
Hey, you're good.
There we go.
I do feel like maybe the champagne was a little over the top. It
Oh.
might get clipped later on.
We already clipped it.
Yeah, it's out there.
I don't-
Including me saying, Liam, we did it.
Yeah. Can I just think that it was awesome.
I'm still -1, by the way.
I am also. I'm good for us. We did not sway. There was
Did
nothing
not
to
sway.
fear.
There wasn't.
But fear
That was the
is-
first thing that came
Thank
through
you.
in the Oilers Nation group chat, by the way, or the Oilers Nation Radio group chat, by the
It's
way,
true.
was Rick immediately -1, always have been.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I understand why people were worried, but we had a year to get it figured out.
He even said it though. He's like, this is what I said. I always wanted to win here, and this is what I'm doing is winning here. Connor McDavid looked us in the eye, looked right in the camera, looked us directly in the eye, and said, "I want to win in Edmonton." Why would anyone think that he's lying to you?
He also said no term, which was a tough one to hear at the time.
Yeah, but I mean, sometimes you say things that are like,
That you don't mean.
yeah, but you
have
were
to
trying to say
apologize
everything, but not everything. It was just a weird. It is what it is, though.
You got some bits in your champagne.
I saw
Yeah.
it.
That's
I
good
saw
for you,
it
buddy.
one piece. I thought he got
Protein,
it.
buddy.
I got it. We're good.
A little bit of cork.
Oh.
Also, not a cork shortage. I Googled it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, we're
Was that a thing you guys were debating?
Tyler's told us. Yes,
I heard from someone that we're going to run out of cork soon.
Yeah.
No,
It's just like the same thing that comes like every handful of years that we're going to not have bananas soon.
I heard
yeah,
the world
no,
was ended in
that
2012.
one terrifies me.
I don't like that idea.
Well, we
either.
don't.
Wow.
You
But
don't
corks
have
aren't
the,
that big, aren't as used as often anymore because I like to use the Kelvin enclosure, maybe something like that. It's just a screw top, but it keeps the arrow better.
I was going to
and
say,
you go-
screw
and you
tops are a thing. We don't need them anymore.
You
The
lose
original
10% of
bananas-
wine with a cork, and I don't think you lose the 10% of wine when you do the old screw tops.
What do you mean you lose 10% of wine? Where does it go?
Bad cork, air getting in,
Oh, I see.
that type of thing.
the bananas we eat now are not.
They're not the same as they
they're
were
not
eating
the
in the
original
60s.
banana. Yeah.
Those are genetically modified.
So it's already happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, but
Just
they're
like the
supposed to
dead
be
internet
gone.
theory.
One, like one day
The
you're going to
bananas
go
you
to
eat now.
one day you're going to go grocery store and they're not going to be bananas. You're going to go to your grandchild, go, I would like a banana. Your grandchild's going to look at you, go, what the hell are you talking
Those
about
are
a banana? I've
extinct,
never heard of this.
Grandpa.
The original banana was not
Brontosaurus
mass producible like the
Mhm.
one that we have now. So
Interesting.
banana flavor, when you eat like a banana flavored like runt or whatever, or the
Runt.
banana flavored medicine.
That's what counts.
That was so
I just
specific.
went to it. But
Wow.
that's the original banana flavor.
Oh,
Cheers,
little-
pal.
Well, that
little
is
clinky there for
not
me.
what I expected
Yeah.
to be happening today on the
There you
show.
go.
There are some listeners who are probably so pissed that we didn't get like right into like a McDavid.
Well, delicious debate then.
But see,
Oh, yeah, I'm ready.
we've spent like what 2 months starting every episode with talking about the McDavid contract. Like I'm cool not having.
The only thing I wanted you guys to take on, I guess, for a delicious debate was just gut reaction to the 2 years.
Come,
Ooh.
2 years of the money.
I love it.
You like 2 years?
Yep.
Like it more than 8?
Okay, but I'm going to tell you why though.
Go ahead.
First of all, I've really enjoyed yesterday and all the talking heads from out east who they were all angry that Connor resigned. I don't know if you guys heard it in their
were
voices,
very
but
upset.
almost every single one of them was angry about it. You could hear it in their voice, and this Connor's ultimatum: the team better get off their ass and do. This team has been built to win the Stanley Cup for the last 3 years. The Vegas series was the one that everyone said that's like the winner of this is going to win the cup.
Yeah.
That was true. The next two were actually in the final. This team has been a Stanley Cup contender for 3 years at the very minimum. You can't sit there and say they're not doing their job. However, what I feel that we're doing here is because the cap is going up the way it is, and we heard earlier this year that there's rumors about us talking to bigger names. Connor now has 3 years at 12.5 as the cap skyrockets. It allows the GM to go out there, grab some bigger names under nice 5, 6, 7, and 8 year contracts. And by the time we get all those guys in place, Connor can sign his max term, his it's the market setting contract that the PA wants, and he can finish his career off knowing full well that this team is built to go the rest of his career, and he's not going to end up in a spot like Sid is, where Sid wants to stay in Pittsburgh but also wants to win, but no, those two things can't go hand in hand anymore because of the way the team was built.
I like
Now, if he goes 8 years right now, you can't do that same thing.
No.
But he's doing 2 years now, which gives him 3 at 12.5, allows to build the team a new nucleus or build on the nucleus. And then he can have his last 8 year contract on there. To me, yesterday was just Connor scripting out the rest of his career in Edmonton.
Can I read you all a quote
Please.
Daniel Nugent-Hopkins just released this from McDavid's, not press conference, but talked to the media for the first time. It's a unique situation. We weren't going to sign a long-term deal. 2 years at that number makes a lot of sense. It gives us a chance to extend our window here in Edmonton. Lenny's not going to go hungry with that money. We'll be fine.
He actually said that?
Yeah.
Everyone said he doesn't have a personality. I'm telling you, he does.
The other thing, so I was watching TSN last night because I knew what the coverage was
They're
going to
so
be.
angry.
TSN basically has him, they're like, all right, now the countdown is 2028, free agency. He's going. Like, this is the 3 years to get it done. Or is it like Rick said, and the Oilers are going to be good for this entire time, which they are.
Yes, they can
And
build.
then he extends again.
Yes, they can. He's building one last run. He's scripting out the end of his career. This dude, by signing 2 at 12 and a half with no raise yesterday, he is worried about his legacy. He wants to go wire to wire, but he wants to make sure that if he goes wire to wire, they can always have a chance to win. Like I said, if you do 8 right now, it does not allow you to do what we could do if he does what he's doing right now.
I think if we're going to present that argument, then someone needs to present the devil's advocate argument to what you're saying, though.
Please do.
If they do not win in the next 3 years, Connor McDavid has the out from Edmonton that makes him look like the least amount of a villain, right? Because it's him going, if they don't win for these next 3 years, he can put his hand up, say, I'm going to sign with X, and he'll sit there and go, like, Oilers fans, you can't hate me. Look what I just did. I gave you one more bargain deal. We're not going to get it done. I'm out. 100%. And I don't think anyone will hate him for that.
100%. But I also think that when he does something like that, you're really not filling the team around him with the players. So then it's on the management for not doing it. This still keeps the management under, the feet on the fire or whatnot. But it's really, really, to me, building one last 10-year goal for him. And if things don't go well over the next 3, sure, whatever. But I still think that what they're looking at, what they expect is a 10-year run from starting today to the end of his career, where every single year we are going to have an opportunity. We will be a cup contender.
My devil's advocate to your devil's advocate, I guess, is that winning's hard.
Yeah.
And if they don't get the win, which I think they will over the next 3 years, but they're still competitive, still a contender, still he'll extend again.
He's not upset at the management for not putting together a team over the last 3 years. I think that would be insanity.
I think he recognizes there may be one piece away, though.
Yeah, and that's fair. And that's
piece.
So, give me a name.
Hey, is there a joke in there?
Yeah, it's a goaltender.
Oh.
Anyway, go ahead.
Oh, and I you know what? And that's you won't sell me on that. I would still take a top line winger.
Oh, I would too.
And roll with Stu, and I will roll with what we have in net right now. If you can go get me a top line winger. Look at the last year's final. We couldn't get to the scoring opportunities. It was a 6-2 final in the last game, I believe, something along those lines. I've been trying to push out of my memory, but if all I remember is that we could not get to a scoring opportunity for our lives. I don't care who is in net for you. You get a Broder and Waugh. If you can't score goals, you can't win.
In the middle of the ice at all.
No, they couldn't even get there.
So that tells it's just our goaltending isn't the reason why we have not won the cup for 3 years.
I think that, it was something that kind of came to my mind about a month before this happened. I really think that this is the start of something new for the NHL. And I think that other teams are going to be looking at this moment for superstars to be taking shorter contracts that will force teams to be a little bit more competitive. I think that 8-year contract that you saw for Kaprizov might be the last time we see a massive contract like that.
I also think with the Kaprizov thing that was different is he came to the NHL late, right?
Oh yeah.
He wasn't here when he was 18. He didn't get the 8-year deal right out of it. Like, I know he's made a lot of money. Was he at like $9 million a year now?
Yeah.
But like, I feel like that's the difference in all of this for him specifically is that his career started much later. And like people say, it's like, well, he showed that he loved Minnesota and McDavid showed he doesn't love Edmonton as much as Kaprizov loves Minnesota. It's like, I don't see it like that. I think he showed that like he just wanted to secure a bag for a guy that plays 50 games a season.
Well, and
right?
it's the
Like,
same
that's kind
narrative
of
that we
side
had
of
for Connor when he signed his 8-year contract back in Edmonton. Like
There's
we
something
said the
said
same
about
thing. He's excited
people
to be
coming
an
from
Oiler.
Russia that aren't necessarily
Like,
putting the Stanley
Exactly.
Cup as their number one. A lot of people from the other side of the world want the Olympics, then the Stanley Cup, or even the World Championship out of the Stanley Cup. Maybe it's just because they think it's more of an opportunity when they're growing up, and the NHL is still a long ways away for them. They don't really have that same love for the cup, that same want for the cup, till they, oh shit, now I'm actually in the league and I've known I'm going to be in the league for like the last 2 years. Whereas that's all we are born with in this, in North America is Stanley Cup, Stanley Cup, Stanley Cup, Stanley Cup. For the majority, well, till I was 17, you couldn't even play. NHL just couldn't play in the Olympics, right? So those guys didn't even care about that.
What year was that? 62?
Yeah.
This fucking guy.
Nagano was a good one. I stayed up late for those games. Who the hell does not use Gretzky in a fucking shootout? So stupid, Mark Crawford.
I think that was a great, delicious debate.
Thank you.
That was very fluid. We didn't have to be like, hey, Tyler, it's your turn. Rick, it's your turn. It was just conversation.
I've also
Well done,
sent
everybody.
about 12 texts during that time. So
It's okay. I've been reading an article.
I've been working. All right. If you're listening to this, I want to hear from you. Thoughts on the 2-year extension? I was thrilled with it. 12-5, stunned. Stunned.
Like, was there anybody else? Like, everyone was surprised. No insider was like,
Because it
I
just
kinda
kept
saw
getting
this
more
coming.
surprising as the morning was going on. Because, first you get the insiders being like, sounds like it's going to happen today.
We'll start off with Sunday night. We're going like, I don't think it's happening tomorrow.
Yeah,
you
because
guys.
Rashad was like, well, there's nothing scheduled for tomorrow. Hey, how dare you besmirch the offspring and bad religion like that? But anyway, it went from, okay, he's signing, and then, okay, he's signing today. And then I don't know if it was CJ or one of the insiders like, going to be less than 15. And he went, holy shit, less than 15. Then less
Rashad
than
got
14.
sub 14 for 97.
Less than 13. You go, what? And then when you finally saw the number, it was just bananas.
When I saw, again, I speculated when I saw it live. I was on the air. I was like, I wonder if there's a part of him that's just going to take matching with Leon and be like, we're the two faces. We make the same amount of money. Like, away we go. When I saw sub 13, there was a part of me that was like, the fuck is this guy doing? Like, I thought maybe he was going to go like 9.7.
There is a correlation to like the percentages and something.
Yeah.
Like, I know it gets a little wonky, whatever.
It's almost the same as Sid's.
But I'm telling you, man, look at what he's done. No, now you know why it took so long, because he didn't know exactly what he wanted to do. It was going to take a long time to make this decision. But you can't tell me this is not him building for the last 10 years of his career.
Well, Ryan Rashad kind of had like a breakdown of how the day went from his perspective or what he heard or whatever. And it was interesting, and I'm paraphrasing, but like over the weekend, nothing decision, nothing made. And then yesterday morning says Judd Moldaver calls Stan Bowman, says, all right, we're ready to talk. And they just kind of went, all right, what is it? And then when he said 2 years, 2.5, they were like, or 12.5, they were like, okay, then let's go to the fax machine.
Somebody tweeted out, I would love to see his reaction to when the first time he heard 12.5.
I said that yesterday on O&E when Tyler had me on as a guest at the end of the show. I was just like, release that on Oilers Plus.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see when the phone rings. It's Judd Moldaver and Sam Bowman goes, all right, here we go.
I guess
It's like, was it going to be 16, 17? I hope it's not 18 or 19. Like, we need the money, but like, okay, it is what it is. And then 2 by 12.5. And you're like, oh.
I think it was
Yes.
CJ on his athletic article said, apparently Bowman said to him, and this was the only time money was really discussed, it was like 15 million would put us in a bad spot. Like if he took more than 15 million. I believe that's what was said by CJ.
But even
So-
if he did say, well, it's 16, they would have been like, all right, then.
100%. Yes.
No
Yes.
problem.
So
I guess
I kinda-
Walman ain't getting extended.
I kind of went and did some math. Articles up now at Oilersnation.com with McDavid at 12.5 and then projecting a couple of like smaller signings to fill out the roster and whatnot. There's a world right now where Bowman has north of $20 million next season.
To fill what spots?
2 goalies, Ekholm, and 1 forward.
And I saw it today. David Pagnotta was speculating that Ekholm comes in around 4.
So let's go 16 million for 2 goalies and 1 forward, which you could probably say like you would drop like a Janmark or someone off your roster when you sign a forward.
It's always Janmark with you.
I know. But like we're talking about, let's say your 2 goalies cost you 7.5. You get one at around 5, one at around a good backup at around 2.5. We're talking about this team relatively easily being able to afford a $10 million player next offseason.
And that's if it tops out at 104, which
No, that's with 107.
I was with 107.
Yeah, I have it up.
Which by
It
the
will
sounds
be.
of it
Could
might
be more.
go even higher.
Yeah. But
That means the next summer. So we have 3 summers till Connor needs a brand new contract. And in those 3 summers, the cap could go up as much $8-9 million per year.
Mhm.
And we are so locked in at the important positions that the additions, it's tough not to start thinking like we're bringing nothing but caviar into this team now.
Yeah.
Another caviar.
big
right?
caviar.
Oh, a
guy.
lot of caviar
But
talk
it's-
today.
When
Right?
like you kind of run through the numbers, like I just kind of said, like it's very easy to envision a path where they can get a $10 million player. When you go off that $15 million number, like if Connor would have taken 15, you're adding a $7.5 million winger. Maybe the Oilers aren't even factoring in the jump. So then you can kind of start to do the math on how, 15, you can see why the organization was wincing a little bit, because the difference between even a $7.5 million winger or if McDavid would have gone up to 17 mil, that's a replacement. That's closer to just a third liner. So
Well,
it's interesting.
And then the other angle too is him taking 12.5. If he took what he's worth, 19.5, Walman does not extend minutes later.
No.
He just can't.
Can't.
Or he does, and they're going into next summer being like, who do we have to trade? Or
Yeah. It's funny. I was listening to Morning Cup of Hockey today, and I think it was Colby. He's like, the way he spoke about McDavid by like Bowman and Jeff Jackson, he's not like just a player in this. He's like their partner.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah,
like,
he
he's
should be.
He's part of the conversation.
Should be.
He seems like he's leading the conversation. Like Bowman said, like Bowman signed some of the best players I've ever played in the NHL. And Kane, Keith, Taves, all these guys. And he said, this is the most unique one I've ever done, because we never spoke about money. We just spoke about like the plan and who we can get. And like he had ideas, I had ideas, and we
process.
discussed it all. And it's like, don't tell me this guy doesn't want to be here.
Well, and
Like it's so ridiculous.
Can we
It's
bring up the
also
UFAs
hilarious.
and start talking about who we're going to add next year? All
It's
these guys who
also
aren't going to sign their
hilarious
contracts
to,
now?
like, not talking about money, because whatever he said was his number, they would have just gone, okay.
Yeah.
So what's the point?
Yeah.
Anyway, going to give a shout out to our friends at Odd Company. Nation Beer Everyday Lager is perfect for the next big game. There's a game tomorrow, friends, or tonight if you're a Blue Jays fan.
Go Jays, go.
Yeah.
Game starts at 6. Find out either Odd Company location here in the city or liquorconnect.com. Get Nation Beer Everyday Lager right now. So we already covered the Connor McDavid extension. Obviously a massive day for the city. Did anybody wander in to Nick Alberga's mentions yesterday?
I sent him a text just to let him know I'm thinking of him.
Yeah.
And you can read it. I'm thinking of him in a negative or positive way, but I was thinking about him.
Well, he really leaned into his trolling bit. And yesterday, the chickens came home to roost, including a shout out to Bretsky on Twitter. By the way, the GIFs he made were just sensational work.
So funny.
You must have been sitting on those for a minute because there was a lot of them that came out immediately. Then the Jake Walman news got announced 7x7. What was your take on that? None of us hit 7 on our predictions, right?
So Liam was the closest. Liam had October 5th as the date.
That was right.
We were September 29th, October 1st, October 3rd. You weren't here for the episode, Dan. Also, I pointed at Rick and BM for those two. I know it's a podcast. I was 6x6.5. Rick was 6x6. BM was 6x6.25. Liam was 6x6.895. So Liam does
Pretty
win
good.
on a couple of fronts.
What's your take on the
Okay.
7x7?
I mean, he just replaces Ekholm, some money essentially. And I'm sure we'll get into that. I love it too, but it's a good deal considering you still have to worry about Nurse's deal for so long. And the one thing about Walman, which you said on many shows now too, is like, he doesn't play that much for a 30-year-old defenseman. I'll turn 30 this season, I guess. Like, he only has just over 300 games. There's a lot of tread left on the tires. So we saw what he was capable of in the playoffs. And by the sounds of it, he wasn't 100% the whole way. And he was really solid. Like that goal, what was it? In game 4, the slap shot from, what do they call it? 12-6.
Oh, buddy,
That was
12-6.
unbelievable.
Swung from Mars.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he's just a guy who is going to become a fan favorite and has a lot of personality, which I think the team does lack in some perspective of it too.
Also, a shout out to Hunter yesterday for doing the gritty
Oh,
video
yeah.
all the way into the Oilers store. I quite like that. 7x7, Dan?
Yeah, I'm happy with it. I think that this team for a long time has just been begging for defensive solidification. And to me, he comes in and he solidifies a part of the defense that has been yearning for it. And so, yeah, I'm happy with the pickup.
I'm happy they jumped and signed him before he like popped and had a really big year. I mean, I'm not sure if there's a world where Walman has such a good year where he's worth like north of 8 or whatever, But still, you lock him up, you get the cost certainty. And as you head into the trade deadline and head into the summer, it's just another one of those things where you're going to know how much space you have. You're going to know another sort of like definite spot on your roster going forward. He's really good. And he was a really good fit here. If you have a good player, you sign the good player.
I think too, just thinking about it right now, when Hyman signed, everyone was like, oh, was he 5.5, something like that, right? It's like, that's not going to age well. And then the cap just goes up so much that we're all looking at it like a couple of years when Hyman's a little bit older and he's our third line winger at 5.5. Like, what a deal. This just seems like what the Walman deal is going to be. For
Exactly.
Yeah.
100%. They're giving out contracts for $9 million to fake human beings. And now you've got someone getting 7 times 7. He was a literal human being. I've met him. I've shook his hand.
Wow.
And not an AI character from Anaheim or wherever the hell that other person, where that person was from.
So you think Jackson Lacombe is a money laundering front?
Yep.
Tree planting. Yeah, right. Same damn thing.
The money's going to Kawhi.
Bro, I'm telling you, that's not a real person. He's at the time of his career where he gets that contract that size and no one's ever heard of him. Come on.
You've heard of him before.
No, never once.
That's why you weren't good at
this person did not exist before.
I'm telling you, this is AI bullshit. It's probably, I don't know if it's hand-me-downs to the guys, maybe the son of the owners. I don't know exactly how that's working there.
This is why you sucked at the whiteboard game.
That guy ain't going to be the Walman.
Don't bring up our scores at the whiteboard game. Why do you got to shoot low like that?
Sorry, Dan, you go.
No, I already did.
Oh, you did?
What, Walman?
Okay.
Yeah,
I
I'm
can go
happy.
if no one
You go
else
ahead.
says anything. The Athletic also released just got an Athletic subscription, by the way, if you didn't know this.
Leave you a lot of money.
wow.
Get a raise?
They released.
You get paid? I thought your fiance was on strike.
There's a discount. It's a discount. They released their defensive rankings. Now, this I strongly disagree with because someone, I can't remember who it was, had the Oilers as like a top 2, maybe number 1, whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
The Athletic has the Oilers in the tier 2 high end category behind, which I think is inexcusable, to be honest, the Vancouver Canucks.
They have a pretty good blue line.
It's not better than the Derek Forber's their 5th best defenseman. Like, that's not that good. He's good, but the Washington Capitals are ahead of them. Good blue line. I do agree with that one. But I just think the others, their blue line is very underrated for how solid it really is.
Let it be
I
underrated.
agree. I think it'll rise. The cream will always rise to the top.
I don't know if we talked about this last Friday. I don't remember, so we can skip it if we did. Another extension last Friday. Chris Knobloch, 3 years.
No problem.
Well deserved.
Not given.
Record looks good.
He's
Nobby, handsome haircut.
He's been a coach for less than 2 years, and yet he's been to 2 Stanley Cup finals.
Not much more to say about that.
And there is more than just riding the coattails of your superstars. You have to put together a team outside. Those guys only play 24, 25 minutes a game. That still leaves you 35, 36 minutes a game to get the guys out there. Plus, you have to sit there and somehow juggle the personalities in the room like that. So it's not like it's an easy job going in there. All right.
I still think I could do it.
You the coach of the Oilers?
Could do it.
That was an Ask the Idiots question, I think, on the episode.
What was it? It was like, what change would you make?
Yeah, what change would you
said
make
the
if you're
4th
behind?
line.
I would put the 4th line out every time.
Do you know what, Dan? I once saw Liam Reddick start a game.
Ninja?
Yeah, I think that was Dallas Eakins era. I don't think you could do it. I really don't. If that's your mentality, I think I'm out.
4th line grinders. Let's go.
The other thing that came out that was interesting today, this was in 32 Thoughts over at Sportsnet. Friedman, Carolina wanted to offer sheet Evan Bouchard, and they were prepared to do so. And I quote, "It's believed the Hurricanes put together a 1-year deal at a number higher than McDavid just signed for. They would have worried about the extension afterward, but they were thinking of swinging a big sheet at our friend Dad."
Would have been 4 first-round picks then.
Yeah, from a team that's going to probably be near the top of their conference. So you're talking like
Late
25
20s.
to 32-ish. Like it's
Late 20s for sure.
meh.
Yeah.
Until they get
Thank you.
eliminated by the team from the other division.
Meh.
So here's a question. And I think I know the answer, but I'm going to ask anyway. He can obviously reject that deal, but then the others don't have to offer him that same deal, right?
Yeah, he has to sign the offer
Yeah.
sheet.
Yeah.
He could have, like, again, looked at Carolina, who let's even say it was 1 year, $14 million, and they're going to like max some sort of offer to him. He could then go to the Oilers and be like, hey, you got to give me 4x12 or I'm signing this. And the Oilers probably would have just given him 4x12.
Carolina, as you discussed in O&E, has $10.5 million in cap space.
Crazy.
And
Currently?
currently, and they have no player,
What are their extensions? They got to have extensions coming.
nothing. Their only players who are UFAs next year, I guess Freddie Anderson, Mike Riley, not the quarterback, Mark Jankowski, who, what was it? Jay Feaster?
Jay Feaster, yep.
Famously said he would be the best
draft pick from 2012.
Yeah. He is not. He's 31 now.
They have some extensions that kick in next year, but even then, they're projected to have $16.1 million in cap space with a $104 million cap. So $16.1 million, and they would need to sign one goalie and one defenseman.
So to me, like the lesson from this was 4 by 10.5. You should be pretty happy with that if they were going to come in at like 13 plus.
Yeah.
Signed June 30th as well.
You know what I mean? So that was right down to the wire. So I just thought that was interesting.
Got it done before you could do anything about it.
That was
Stan
up at
Bowman's doing a great job.
Yes.
32 thoughts. Shout out to Elliot Friedman. Now, this next one, before we move on to betting and then the season predictions, I need you guys' help. The waivers roster cap dancing that the Oilers are doing. Can somebody explain this to me?
So they're trying to maximize their cap recapture with the LTIR for Hyman.
Okay.
So to do that, you want to be as close to the salary cap as possible without being over for the start of the season.
So, damn near are we close.
Yeah, we got within under $1,000.
$834, I believe it is.
$834.
Number 2, not $11,000.
Something like that. Yeah.
So that's another feather in the cap of the management team here. Mm-hmm. You're doing your job. You're also looking at 97 going like, we are swinging at everything we can here for the record.
So to do that, David Tomasek and Ike Howard don't need waivers. They go back down. They brought back up James Hamblin because he has a very low league minimum cap hit. They submit their opening night roster. It is cap compliant. The second the season starts, they put Hyman on LTIR. They bring back up Tomasek. Because Hamblin has to be on the roster for 24 hours or whatever, they then hold them. And at some point before the game tomorrow night, they'll flip-flop Hamblin and Howard, and all will be right.
It comes up in 19 minutes, I believe.
3 p.m. Mountain.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Chris Knobloch already confirmed Howard is playing tomorrow against the Flames.
Screw you, rules.
Paper transaction.
Last year they can do it. Next season you can't do this. Your player, if you send him down, has to be down there for a game. Has to be down
and play for a game. Sorry,
play your game. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Derek Ryan's just so mad right now.
Which, like, really, I mean, I can see why the PA would have won that.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Makes sense.
I get it. All right. Well, boys explaining it to us. What's going on with the Oilers cap situation? They are right there doing a little juggling. But fear not about the waivers and all that junk from the other.
One last question I have for you guys, because it's been brought up a couple times recently, is this: Jack Roslovic.
Oh, yeah.
Was offered a contract by the Oil. Said no, didn't like it. Wasn't enough for something like that. And now the season starts in right away, probably.
20 minutes.
Hours.
20, 3 p.m.
Ooh, damn.
Oh, right away?
Yeah.
And now the dude still has no contract.
Chicago and St. Louis.
I think it's crazy. Like Roslovic clearly overplayed his hand a little bit here, because there are still teams who
could use them.
Need centers, Florida, and have money. Florida, Vancouver, Toronto.
Didn't Vegas just they have money now that Petrangelo's out all year.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Vegas could sign him. Like, it's insane that no one's touching this guy. He's just skating by himself in Columbus.
Yeah, like not even a PTO. Because the other big guy, I guess you'd call him, was Matt Grzelcyk. Didn't get a contract. Then he had a PTO with Chicago and then signed there. But he was a $4 million defenseman last year, and he's nothing special, but he's definitely an NHL player.
Yeah, this dude ain't got even a PTO. Unless he's just turned down every PTO he's been offered.
I think he turned down PTOs. I think he wanted guaranteed money to show up to camp.
Well, who is this? Who does he think he is?
He ain't got to go to camp now.
No,
Jack.
Skipping camps.
Mother effing Ross.
Like, I gotta look him up here for a second, because
he's a good player.
He had 22 goals last year with Carolina.
The one thing that people were saying about him as what could be a knock is he scored more than half those goals in like the first 30 games of the year. Like, I think he only scored 7 goals in like 50 games, something like that.
Do goals mean less?
Call that
in
the
first,
James Neal.
Yeah, do goals mean less in the first 30 games? Is that
just saying?
I understand what you're getting at, but like, he only scored in the first 30. Wow, that sucks.
He still
Those are only half points.
It's like when people are like, he just goes on the power play.
Yeah, half
Great.
a goal.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little betting, friends. Segment is presented by Bet365. Whatever your bet's never ordinary at Bet365. Download the app, get it on the game. Use the code NATION. Bet365. Please be 19 years old or older. I'm going to start with the ALDS. I'm looking over at Tyler. He's wearing his Jays jersey today. Game is starting at 6 Mountain Time. Tyler,
Oh my God.
going into Yankee Stadium for Game 3. Jays are dogs on the money line at plus 135. The Yankees are minus 160 on the money line. Jays to cover the run line, which means they by 1.5. So that would be losing by less than 2 runs or winning, is minus 160. Run line for the Yankees is plus 135. And the over under today is set at 8.0 minus 110 on either side. You got Bieber, and then who's pitching for New York?
Rodon.
Carlos Rodon, the lefty.
Is he good?
Yeah, he's good.
So what's the take?
I mean, I feel like there actually is some pressure on the Jays to put him away here tonight, so they still should be sharp and feeling some nerves. It'd be very fun to sweep the Yankees. Shane Bieber's a Cy Young winner. He's a hell of a pitcher. I like the Jays to win. I like Bieber strikeouts. I like Vladdy over 1.5 hits, runs, or RBIs.
So here's a question. I saw they used a lot of bullpen guys last game.
Yeah.
Is
They were
that
up by
true?
$1 trillion.
Yeah.
They were
But is that going to factor into it?
5.1 innings.
Yeah.
Into the bullpen.
Yeah.
They had a day off, so it's all good.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I actually think they wanted to pitch all those guys because a lot of them haven't pitched in a week.
You want to get your arms going.
Because it seemed like they were just. I know the Yankees scored quite a few runs in that inning, so maybe that's why more guys got in, but it just seemed like they were getting their 3 and then just going immediately.
Yeah.
Is that what happened? Okay.
I think they wanted to get guys in the game, get them.
Gotcha.
None of their pit or relievers except for Dominguez and maybe Varland have any playoff experience.
Oh.
So you want to get all those guys into a game, right? And feel things out.
I would look at the over today too.
Yeah, I could be talked into that.
And like you said, Rodon, he's a good pitcher. So is Max Fried.
And the Jays lit him up. And the Jays hit lefty as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I was talking to young David Quadrell.
And what's that right? What's the oh no, right? That's Boston where it's super duper short.
Yeah.
Toronto or
It's short in New York too.
Yeah, not as bad, but yeah.
I wish I could remember. I wish I wrote down what young David Quadrelli was telling me about the Jays game tonight. Apparently, he had some stats, and I wish I wrote them down. Apparently, the Jays hammer Rodon and have for a couple of years.
Like I'm all over the Jays tonight. And you know what? I'm sure you've seen a lot of the Barstool Yankee fans.
Pretty awesome.
And how they how they got that Marty Mush guy with, I'm pretty sure that accent of his is fake. Those guys so much resemble, and it's funny because they're from Toronto, but it's so much resembles like the Leaf fan, like it's Alberta or whatever, who's been trying to like
Alberta.
These guys, they're the exact same people. Like that dude trolling this way, and then them trolling the Jays fans. You guys are the exact same group of people.
Of the teams Rodon's faced in his career more than 5 times, he has the second highest ERA against the Toronto Blue Jays, 4.72.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
I like
Maybe
that.
they're in his head, Tyler.
It's over today.
I like to think it's over today too, because like, you know what, if the Jays go into Yankee Stadium and they don't win today, it's a completely different series.
And the Jays have a bullpen game coming tomorrow, which like they can win a bullpen game, obviously, but a bullpen game against the Yankees super rookie Schlittler, it makes me a bit nervous. So yeah, you got to win today.
Get the job done today. Why not? Game's at 6. Looking ahead at tomorrow. Oilers, Flams, season opener. Here's what we got, friends. The Oilers heavily favored on the money line at minus 220 as we're talking now on Tuesday afternoon. Flames are plus 180 on the money line. The puck line is not even that juicy for the Oilers, so that's for the Oilers to win by 2 or more. Is only plus 120 on the puck line. Over under set at 6. Over is minus 115. Under is minus 105. What is the vibe check ahead of tomorrow's season opener against Flames?
I'm saying over.
I'm saying over.
I think the Flames goaltending has been horrendous this preseason, especially towards the end of it. And I think that the Oilers are going to feast on that.
I might actually dabble puck line and over.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
come on.
puck line and the under. Oilers win like 4-0.
I think they're gonna. I think like just because first game of the season, I think it'll be a little sloppy, so I'm gonna go puck line and over.
That's fair. That's probably the correct
Say
take.
puck line is plus 120.
Puck line is plus 120.
Yeah, that's all day long.
Smoke.
Let's go.
And then just really quickly to wrap up the betting segment before we get to the predictions, so we can wrap this up. Stanley Cup odds as of Tuesday, October 7th. Oilers favored to win the Stanley Cup plus 750. They are tied with the Hurricanes at plus 750, which is interesting because the Hurricanes can't get past series in the East a lot. Then it goes the Avs plus 900. Dallas is also plus 900, and Vegas is plus 900 to wrap up the top 5. There you go. Your betting segment. If you are going to bet, I encourage you to do it with our friends at Bet365. Whatever your bet's never ordinary at Bet365. Download the app and get in on the game. Use the code NATION. Must be 19 years old or older. All right, Tyler, can you do me a favor and track our predictions, my friend?
I am one step ahead of you.
I've got
He's already predicted our answers.
I've got some questions here. But first, I'm going to tell you
about
our friends at Swiss Donaire. You want to watch the Jays game tonight? You want to elevate it? A Donaire will do that. It's the perfect meal for an ALDS game. That's what I'm saying. Segment is presented by Swiss Donaire, so we're going to do our predictions. Home of the old school Donaire with options if you want some flair, open for 25 years and 7 days a week. Pride of the North Side, Swiss Donaire is great for your events at home or at the office. Check out their location at 8308 144th Ave Northwest or order online at swissdonaire.com. All right, gentlemen, get your thinking caps on. Starting off with some predictions. We got two well, is Matt Savoy considered a rookie?
Yep.
So we got two rookies that could be contributors for the Oilers this year. At least we hope so. First prediction, who scores more goals, Howard or Savoy, and what are their totals?
So we did this one over the summer and wrote down answers.
Okay, what do we got?
So do we want to keep these or are we giving everyone a chance to change them?
Let's see where we're at and we'll give a chance to adjust.
So BM, you said Howard would go 13, 20, and 33. Or 13 and 20 for 33.
Okay.
You said Savoy would go 15, 20, 35. And you said Savoy would be considered the better season.
I'm going to stick with that.
All right. Rick was vague.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to need to redo these.
That's fair.
So he just said Savoy better 17 to 20 goals each, around 50 to 55 points.
Yeah, we weren't having like okay, so
Some of us did.
Savoy.
Some of us got specific.
I'm going to go with 20 goals, 23 assists, 43 points. Ike, the Iceman, is going to get 17 goals, 15 assists, 32 points.
All right.
That's Savoy taking that one. Liam, what do you got?
I will go Savoy gets 18 goals, 23 assists. What does that put him at?
41.
41. That's a good total. And then the Iceman, I will say 15 goals, 13 assists.
28 points.
Something around there.
I'm going to stay with what I had, Tyler.
Dan had 17 goals and 30 assists for Savoy for 47 points.
It's a nice big year.
And for Howard, he had 8, 10, 18.
Tyler,
Lower on Howard.
Sticking with yours?
I had 14 for Savoy with 34 assists to give him 48. I'm going to change that a little bit. I'm going to knock down his assists to 28, but I'm going to knock up his goals to 17. I'll go 18. So that would mean 46 points. For Howard, I had 19, 30 for 49. I'm going to knock his assists down to 22. And I'll still say he scores 19 goals actually for 41.
All right. Different kind of question, gentlemen. We're going to reverse the order. Tyler, you got first. This is just a who does it. Who scores more goals in 2025-26? Andrew Mangiapane, Victor Arvidsson, or Jeff Skinner?
Well, we're going to go back to the whiteboard game here for a second. You want to remind where the other two guys are?
Victor Arvidsson's in Boston and Jeff Skinner is in San Jose.
Yeah.
I'm going first.
Yep.
I'm going to say Jeff Skinner.
Jeff Skinner.
I think he'll get like 29.
He'll get a lot of power play time and all that stuff. Yep. Dan, what do you got?
I don't want to have to go with the exact same answer. I was going to try and say Arvidsson, but I think Skinner is going to do it in San Jose.
Liam, who's scoring the most goals of those three?
Jeff Skinner. He'll just have more opportunity.
There's a chance here to steal some points now if you go a little different.
Yep.
I'm very confident with my answer so far. I'm going to go with Skinner, but I will say that I saw, I think the EA Sports did and San Jose made the playoffs.
Okay.
I will be different, Tyler. I'm going for points here. I'm going to go Andrew Mangiapane.
Nice.
That boy.
I think that the quality of his line mates will set him up for more opportunity to score, and I think he will.
All right.
Next question. Both of these guys had 8 goals in the regular season last year, Tyler. Well, actually, you know what? We'll start with Liam, right in the middle.
Okay.
Who scores more goals, and what is your total? Vasily Podkolzin or Trent Frederick?
Oh, what a question.
Thank you.
I will say Trent Frederick scores more because I think he'll be given a bit more opportunity to score. So I have to guess the total?
Yep.
I think Podkolzin gets 14 and I'll say Frederick gets 17.
Are we writing down both players?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you could do me a favor, please.
14 for Podkolzin?
Yeah.
Yep.
Rick, what do you got? Who scores more goals and what's the totals?
I do believe that Trent is going to get bumped from his spot on that first line when Hyman comes back, and I think he'll have to slip down to the third line. I think Podkolzin's going to ride with Leon for the most part, or on that second line at the very least. I think when you get Hyman there, you'll see Leon drop back down to the second line. I'm going to go with Podkolzin with more goals with 18. I'm going to get Frederick with 16.
I like this. We're bullish on the boys here. Dan, who's getting more goals and what's the totals?
I'm going to say Podkolzin is similar to Corey Perry's numbers last year. So I'll put him at 18 goals and 12 assists for 30 points. And then I'll say Frederick is just a little bit shy of that. Let's put him at 16 goals and 13 assists.
Only needed the goals, Dan.
Oh, sorry.
How many did you say for Podkolzin again? 18?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tyler, what do you got?
I am going to say Frederick comes in at 18. I'm going to be bullish on both of them because I think there's a chance in this first month here, like eventually Frederick will get bumped out of the top 6, but I think this first month he might like start hot and that might just propel him. Also, he scored 18 in a bottom 6 role before. So I'll go 18 for Frederick and I will say Podkolzin. It was one of my spicy predictions on ONE today. He's going to be north of 20. I'll say 21.
I'm going to go trick question, Bag Milk. Both players get 18 goals.
All right. That will make grading this one potentially difficult. No, but I think that'll be funny because we'll look back on it at the end of the year and be like, what?
All right.
Why'd you do that?
Okay, I'm going to start with Dan then. This one is, we're looking at the defense, Dan.
Okay.
Who plays more goals with who plays more games with the Oilers in the 3RD spot this season? Is it Ty Emberson? Is it Troy Stetcher? Or is it Alec Regula?
I'm going to pick my guy, Alec Regula, right from the start here. I think that this is his year to become a regular.
Liam, who's playing more games at that 3RD spot?
I will say Ty Emerson.
He played like 70 something.
72.
Ty Emerson is the correct answer. Emerson's the correct answer.
Tyler, what do you got?
Emerson.
I'm going to say, to be different again, I'm chasing points. Troy Stetcher.
I mean, to be fair, at very first, I think Regula is starting as 2RD. Therefore, those games would not count.
No, I think we're just doing games played for the year.
I'm good for that.
If you think I'm keeping track of who's playing with who every game,
The Perrys.
Tyler, you want to do that? Who's playing with who every game?
Daily face-off screenshot every game night.
All right, different question again. We're moving along. We only got a couple more left here. Tyler, who is the first? Now, we're not talking about this cap fuckery that they're doing at the beginning of the season. Who is the first recall from the Bakersfield Condors?
Oh, shit. That's a really good question. So, like, opening night roster is what it is right now.
Yeah, we're not talking about this like
That's
cap
what
stuff
Ike,
they're doing right now.
Ike is on the roster.
Yeah, Ike's on. I will say, how many injuries would you need? I will say Quinn Hudson.
Ooh, Tyrati Award winner.
I like it.
Dan, who do you think? Who's your first recall from the
I'll
Condors?
just throw out a dagger or a dart and say Curtis Lazar.
He's on the roster.
But he might get sent down when Yanmar comes, which could make him the first call-up.
Oh,
I kind of wondered about that too. That was in my head.
Interesting.
It's a valid answer to me.
Yeah, it is.
He's a
Yeah.
veteran player. And
It'll go down and up.
Yep.
Sure.
Liam, what do you got?
The last cut from camp, Max Jones.
Oil to the max. Okay.
Rick, who's your first call up?
Our new goalie friend.
Ooh, Connor.
I debated him. I also debated Janmark, thinking they'll send him down to play some games and bring him up.
You're tricky.
Shouldn't have said that.
I will go with. You know what? I'm just going to stick with my gut. Says same answer as Liam, Max Jones.
I'm only one injury away.
So am I.
No, because there's other guys that might slip into your spot.
You're one injury to one of two players. I'm 2 injuries from a group of 12 or 13 guys.
That's true.
All right, fellas, here's a fun one. He said he wants to score more goals this year.
Oof.
How many goals does Connor McDavid finish the 2025-26 season with? I'm going to start with Rick.
67?
Ooh, nice. If only Peyton was here to say
I
that.
don't even know what that means.
That would have really made his day, hey, Reese? Yeah, Reese is smiling over here. He loves the 6-7. Liam, what do you got? How many goals for Connor?
54.
54 says Liam. Dan, what do you got?
I say 61.
Ooh, that's nice. Shout out to Rick Nash.
There you go.
Love Rick Nash.
Great left.
Or
Corey
Stillman, whichever you prefer.
Nash.
Tyler, what do you got?
57.
Ooh, that's nice.
Comfortably over 50 to cash my substantial futures bet, but under 60.
If he gets to 57, you know he's got to get 60 in.
Oh.
I'm going to go 56
You got 51 last year.
as a tribute to Timu Hardakainen.
Who did?
Ah, yes.
Didn't Connor have 51?
Leon.
Yeah.
Connor
Oh,
scored
yeah,
Connor's
never
20,
mind. My bad.
26.
Well, you brought up Leon. He's up next. Reigning Rocket Richard winner, Tyler. How many goals for Leon Draisaitl?
50. 54.
54 says Tyler. Dan, what do you got? Leon
50 on
Draisaitl.
the dot
50 on the dot.
When was the last time a team had 2 50 goal scorers?
this year.
Probably the Oilers.
I will say 46.
The Sharks.
52.
I'm going to go 51 for Leon Draisaitl. 51 goals.
I only lower him because I'm trying to figure out the math.
When Connor scored 60, he scored over 50, no?
I don't think he did. I think that's one of the years he actually didn't score 50.
I don't remember. We have the technology, but we're not
No,
looking.
power conversation.
That year was what? Yeah.
Draisaitl had 52. Connor had 64.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I take my prediction, 52.
You're changing?
Sure, why not?
All right, Liam, we'll get ready for this next one then. How many points for Evan Bouchard?
Oh,
85.
85 for Liam.
That was my prediction on O&E. I think he'll be a Norris finalist.
Tyler, I imagine you already did one for Bouchard. What do you got?
Yeah, fuck it. 86.
Oh, Price is Right. I love it. Dan.
6.5.
What is it? Evan Bouchard?
Yep.
Yeah.
We're looking for points
He
on
had
this one.
182 point season.
I feel like, I'll just say 75.
77.
I was also going to go 75 as an homage to his
Old number?
training camp jersey.
The one
75
year.
for me.
RIP. Training camp. jerseys.
Finally, final prediction, unless anybody wants to add anything else after. Final prediction. I'm going to start with Dan on this one. This is aggregate. It doesn't matter if it's Skinner, Pickard, Ingram. In aggregate, how many shutouts will the Oilers goaltenders
Ooh.
get this season?
What did they get last year? I think 5. Oh, 3.
3 according to Hockey Reference in the regular season.
How many shutouts for the 2025-26 Oilers?
I'm gonna say I'll say 4.
Fuck. So no, it's not.
Liam didn't
Price is
like
right.
that.
You
He
can
wanted
pick the
a different-
exact same.
3.
I think you're going to see a better all-around team. And last year, they got 4?
3.
3? That's what I meant to say. Sorry, with my accent. With a better all-around team, I think you'll see 5.
Tyler, how many
6.
shutouts? Fuck it, 7.
One in every 11 games. That'd be so sick.
7. Somebody's gonna channel their inner Steve Mason and go and get 10 or
yeah.
something.
Might as well.
Or Boucher. Remember when he scored got 3 in a row?
Oh, yeah.
Didn't the hamburger do it too?
Probably.
Any other predictions you just want to add on to the list?
What's the
Edmonton Oilers
highest
win the Stanley
50
Cup.
Answer yes.
What's
No,
the
that wasn't a
highest
prediction, not a question.
50 we'll see?
I don't even know what numbers to base that off of.
There's
Can
a
we do guess Stuart Skinner's save percentage?
Sure.
Oh.
I do like this one.
Okay,
This is
90,
how we broke Liam and I's tie last year.
Yeah.
It is. We do need tiebreakers.
903.
903 says Liam. So in case you needed a little refresher before you say your number.
904
please.
says Dan.
Last year he was at 896. The year
Right.
before that he was 905.
Right.
And then in 50 games in 2022-23 at a 914.
You had a little inflation in there, and then you subtract some extra games. You're going to end up with a 909.
Dan, what do you got?
904. 1 cent higher than Liam.
1 cent higher than Rick 910.
I will go 901.
So has everyone just predicted that Stuart Skinner's going to be the goaltender for the entire season? Because if you have anything over 900, I don't know how you're getting looking for a better goalie.
Yeah, like if he lands at 910, we're in a good spot.
So what did I say? 904. For reference, last season, Bobrovsky in the regular season had a 906. For those of you yelling in your car saying that's not a high enough number.
Well, we did this
Sorokin
last year.
League
Like,
average was 899 last year.
any
Sure
other
it's not
ones?
914 like everyone thinks it is still?
Any other final predictions before we wrap up the episode?
Final prediction. The Oilers will make 3 trades within, let's just say 6 weeks of the deadline or something like that.
So we're doing one abstract prediction.
Yeah, that's my one. They will make at least 3 trades. Can I just say before the deadline?
Sure. 3 trades in season.
Yeah.
I'm sticking with mine that people shit on me for, but I'm sticking with it. I don't care. Matt Savoy wins the Calder.
Oh, My Lord, I love that.
I'm going to say all the Canadian teams make the playoffs in the West.
That's crazy.
Whoa. That'd be insane.
You okay?
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. I felt really crazy.
Just me and Rick left.
You want to go first?
I'm trying to think. Trying to think.
The West. Sorry, that's not the East.
In the
Do
West.
the one Ryder did today. Ryder was on our show today.
Oilers win the President's Trophy.
Ryder said Sidney Crosby wins his next Stanley Cup in Edmonton.
Don't tell Jay.
There's actually a prerequisite of Jay hiring Ryder, was that he had to help push the Crosby narrative.
That is
Just
true.
pushed a piece of paper over. It was like Crosby to Edmonton, Bouchard out.
Yep.
This
If
summer,
you ever
back
hear
of the
Ryder start
contract.
talking about Evan Bouchard needing to go, you know where it came from.
at the end of this season, when it's all said and done, Connor McDavid is going to take a picture with 5 trophies.
Ooh.
There's an Olympic
That's
medal
okay.
count of this trophy.
So we
Yeah.
got Cup's one.
Rookie of the Year
Hart.
trophy.
Art Ross.
Rocket Richard,
President.
Art Ross, and I'm going to guess Ted Lindsay.
And he poses with Bouchard's Norris.
Conn Smythe, baby.
Right, of course.
And wins the Masterson just because.
I thought you were going to say the
Mark
Masters.
Messier leadership trophy for leaving money on the table.
Amen.
Oh.
I thought you were going to say the Masters, by the way. I was like, sure, why not?
You should win the Masters. All right. Last thing I want to tell you about before we say goodbye.
Wait, what was? 5 trophies.
I have one quick thing.
Okay,
5
go ahead.
trophies.
So I've been I wanted to do this. People do this a lot on podcasts I listen to for the NFL. So I wanted to try and get this a bit of a tracker this year, but I've been tracking NHL betting trends online on Bet365. So I've only done it twice and I'm trying to do it as actual like landmark. So the first one was September 17th and it was when training camp opened up. And I just did it for today as well. A few things have moved, but the one notable one from an Oilers related thing, Leon Draisaitl went from plus 2,200 to win the Selke, which was 7th, to plus 600 to win the Selke, and now 3rd. Obviously, Barkov getting injured. Sam Reinhart is the favorite.
You mentioned that, but we saw in a matter of 4 days, Connor McDavid go from plus what?
For
The
50
goals? And then he came out into a microphone and said, scoring's fun.
Wow.
And everyone's like, oh shit,
That's
change
what-
those numbers, change those numbers, change those numbers.
That's what Draisaitl did. He said, "Is I want to try and win the Selke this year."
Yep.
Well, there you go.
It's
We
like
will-
these guys have won the cup the last 4 years in a row. They're like, no, what else are you going to do? Oh, I'm going to go for the Selke.
We will follow along
Connor's
with
like, what? Thinking about Norris?
Liam's newest spreadsheet
Fedorov
as the
did it.
season goes along.
There's a new spreadsheet.
Big
It's called
spreadsheet guy.
NHL Betting Award Trends.
How did your NFL spreadsheet go for last night's Monday Night Football game?
I had no bet.
No bet.
Both
Trevor Lawrence.
quarterback.
No trust in Lawrence or
No.
Mahomes.
They're unreliable, both of them.
It was a weird game. There wasn't a lot of good feelings about yesterday's game.
No.
All right. The last thing I want to tell you about is Daily Faceoff Survivor Game. They're in the last couple of days where you can sign up. So go over to dailyfaceoff.com. It'll be right there for you. It'll be blinking at you. Join us. You pick your winners on Saturday. You got to pick a team. See how far you can get. We got very real prizes. Go sign up at dailyfaceoff.com. Last thing I want to say, Tyler, Oilers game tomorrow, season opener. Very exciting. By the way, I'm so excited I'm going tomorrow because the crowd pop when they do the lineup announcements and Connor comes out. It's going to be awesome.
And it's usually kind of quiet. I think 2 years ago, nobody even stood for Connor when he came out.
Yep.
That pissed me off.
Score prediction, Tyler, tomorrow. Oilers, Flames, game 1 of the regular season.
Or nothing.
4-0. I like that. Tyler's betting the under.
5-2 Oilers.
Love that.
I was going to go 5-2 Oilers as well. We should keep track of these if we can this year.
We'll just keep track. We'll keep track of how many winners.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
we
okay,
don't
for
need to
sure.
know the scores. Actually, we do. That's kind of the point.
We should just drop it
6-1
in our
Edmonton.
group chat.
6-1?
6-1 Edmonton.
I still don't know what my bit's going to be this year. So while I figure that out, I'm going to say 6-3 Oilers, empty netter. Enjoy the home opener. It's going to be buzzing at Rogers Place. We'll be back on Friday to talk about the whole thing. Reese, wrap us up.
What's up, Nation citizens? If you enjoyed today's episode of Oilers Nation Everyday, make sure you hit the subscribe button here on our YouTube to not miss any of our content. We got you covered from interviews, insight, analysis, everything you need to stay up to date on everything around the team. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a video.